to the NBA. Over to the NBA. Joel. I be wanting to say Embiid and MVP at the same time. And Joel Embiid just recently won the MVP. The international players have been holding down the MVP for the past 4 or 5 years now. Giannis went on his run receiving the MVP. Then you had Jokic going back-to-back years. And now Joel Embiid, he received 73 first place votes. The second runner-up was Jokic, and then right behind Jokic was Giannis, and the honorable mention behind Joel Jokic and Giannis was Jason Tatum. Yeah, I'll give it to you, Black Peace. About time, well deserved. You agree with it? Don't agree with it? Was he your MVP? How you feel about Joel finally winning MVP?
I feel like it was well deserved. Felt like he earned it. I feel like they didn't just hand it over to him. Feeling like last year, like he still stayed at it. Kept it consistent, got better. Um, Buckled down a lot too, man. I feel like he got a little more discipline. For Joel, I feel like he usually on more on the goofier side, more funnier side. We're trying to make headlines, but the only headlines he's made is numbers this year, and also getting his team to the number 2 seed, right? Not mistaken. But Philadelphia's number 2 seed, right? Or number 3?
Number
Well,
three.
yeah. Well, got him to the top 3. Um, Also, just being just the fact that you went through so many trials and tribulations and still being able to, put up MVP style numbers, that alone is very, very commendable. So that's what I like about his MVP run this year. Because last year, a lot of people feel like he was supposed to get it last year, and the numbers are very, very highly debatable. But this year he said, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about last year. I'm gonna look forward and stay at it. And I feel like that's a lot of inspiration. That should be a lot of inspiration to people that feel like they have are deserving of an achievement, and they feel like they just come up short. Joel Embiid said, "Hey man, you come up short, keep pressing, man. It's up to you to actually get out there and earn it." So,
Mhm.
bravo, brother, bravo.
Well, I disagree. No, no, no. I don't
Let's
disagree
say
with you,
that.
brother. I don't disagree with you, brother. I disagree with Joel getting the MVP simply because I feel like Jokic deserved it again. Um, that's just me personally. Maybe the numbers. Okay, well, let me say this: if the numbers would agree, Joel has better numbers than Jokic. I digress. I don't care. But if their numbers were similar, right? So now I'm looking at like who's dogging consistently and who is having off nights, who having to shake back, who having to have their teammate carry the team. And it's like, bro, Jokic is spotless, has been spotless from beginning to still now as we speak.
That's not true.
All right.
Spotless would bring a connotation of perfection. I don't think he's been perfect from the beginning of the run to the end of the run. It was some spots, especially before All-Star break and post All-Star break, where Jokic actually missed some time due to a small injury, and then he also it was the instance to where, okay, is he stat padding, trying to get this assist, trying to urge himself and leapfrog his way into averaging a triple double, right? So he had that going on as far as the narrative was concerned. But I think what people saw from Joel was just the consistency on the defensive side of the ball, which I think we can all agree that Jokic was non-existent this year in the regular season in regards to defense. And if we're gonna be holistic and be in its full totality, I think you have to accompany that. He's a cone on defense, man. Joel Embiid is a threat, an anchor of your defense, true definition of backline defense, with challenge shots at the rim and alter shots. Jokic will be a great teammate and be a great leader on the offensive end. He's not leading anything on defense, man. But that's just my opinion. as to why, I think he gets the nudge and the edge. And then obviously he's averaging more points. And I think just as far as on his team, you take Joel Embiid off the Sixers, I think, it's a drastic drop off. You take Jokic off the Nuggets, granted, drastic drop off,
Yeah.
but I don't think too drastic as Joel Embiid's impact.
So Joel Embiid played 66 games this season. Jokic played 69, splitting hairs. Joel Embiid averaged 33 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, nearly 2 blocks, and 1 steal per game. Whereas Jokic averaged 21 points. I lied about that. Jokic averaged 24 points per game, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 0.7 blocks, with 1.3 steals per game. So yeah, so
That's
I
tough to call,
like
bro.
huh?
For me, that's tough to call, but I get it. I get it.
No,
Joel
I
Embiid
mean,
elevated.
comparable boards. Obviously Jokic got him on assists, but that's it, really. No.
I would say
Joel Embiid
I would say
elevated.
the biggest argument I believe for if you just like if you want to be like a diehard about like Jokic getting it, whereas like okay, Jokic isn't the defensive prowess as much as Joel Embiid is, but I think to a degree that can be compensated for how much he's the engine for everybody else's success in terms of I gotta go get mine
Making the team is better.
and I have to facilitate, as much as I do. I
I think
think
that's what adds value to me. That's what makes you the most valuable player. It's not what you did, but also what you help your supporting cast do.
I mean
So
that yeah, I can see why you say that. But yeah, I'm not mad at Joel getting it at all. I think Jokic has a demeanor about him where it's just like he lets the game come to him. He does what it takes to win the game. He's not just to go out there seeking to seek, kill, and destroy. Whatever is best for the team and what's going to get them to win, that's what Jokic is going to do. Case in point, I was a bit hesitant to know if he had a game like he recently had against against the Suns in Game 2, if he actually had that in him. But yeah, I personally think it's split hairs. I think to a degree, there's a bit of like boredom that comes with like picking a guy consistently. But
me too.
I don't say that in any way to knock Joel Embiid winning it. I mean, 33-10 with the blocks and what he does. Even with James Harden, I think if you take away Joel Embiid, regurgitating what Isaac said, it is a drastic drop off for the 76ers. However, I am of the belief that if you switch them on opposite teams, I feel like Joel's game, how does 33-10 not translate? But if you switch them on opposite teams, I feel like Jokic's game can complement the Sixers. Whereas if Joel went to the Denver Nuggets and he had to create and facilitate for everybody, he wouldn't be able to do what Jokic does. And so yeah, that's how I feel about it. If you just really want to make a case for for Jokic, but whatever, my feelings isn't hurt because Joel Embiid won it. Sucks that he's hurt now here in the playoffs. But yeah, well deserved. I feel.